Hi guys, Debbie here with Wrestling in 60 Seconds. I'm on here to give you some updates with the WWE and the ESPN deal and how Peacock fits into all of this. Plus, I have some details about WrestlePalooza and I'm like, what? All right, so stay here. Get your information, and here it is. The first question you're asking, do I still need Peacock after WWE goes to ESPN on September the 20th? The answer is yes. Now, I myself was shocked. And you know why? Well, first of all, WWE is still going to make original content for Peacock. And according to the Wall Street Journal, it states that Peacock will have 4 Saturday night's main event. Now, the strange thing about all of this is that Saturday night's main event will not be showed on NBC. Only on Peacock, which I find a little bizarre. Maybe, I don't know whose idea that was. Maybe it was the network, maybe it was the WWE, I don't know. The first 2 Saturday night's main event that's going to be only showed on Peacock is November 1st and December the 13th. The WWE library will continue to stay on Peacock until the end of the year. Now, here's the other interesting thing. WWE's NXT PLEs will stay until, I believe, March of next year. Unless that changes too. Now, I have to ask you guys, because I do take your opinions in consideration, but the fact that we're already paying for Raw, we're going to be paying for ESPN, and now we're going to be paying for Peacock, does that influence your decision on what content you're going to watch? Or are you just going to quit watching WWE? Now, the other thing, I just like, all right, out of curiosity, I just thought, well, you know, ESPN doing their first pay-per-view with WWE, WrestlePalooza, they're going to do a lot of, they've actually named the first 2 matches, I believe, Cena versus Brock, and I think Seth Rollins versus, well, I forget who he versus, but anyway. So I just happened to look up WrestlePalooza tickets. Now, I'm not even talking ringside, okay? I'm not even talking front row. I'm not talking second row. 3rd row ticket prices start at $5,900. Now, for myself, when I saw that on Ticketmaster, I just had to sit there and think for a second. Like, you're really going to be spending close to $12,000 for 2 tickets to WrestlePalooza. All right, now let's flip the switch, okay? Because a lot of times, you know, this girl does this. There's an MLW coming up. It's, I think it's Las Mortis, but I'm not sure what the pay-per-view is called. MLW. Now, they're going to have Dijak there. They're going to have Shotzi there. They're going to have Brock Anderson. They're going to have Bobby Fish. They're going to have Corbin, Baron Corbin there, and others there Okay, and they're doing this big promotion there. You can get tickets ringside for $140. All I have to say is, like, you know, I love professional wrestling just like any other fan out there. And trust me, I go to a lot of events. Sometimes I have to pay them. And in fact, I'm thinking about going to that MLW. And it's in Charleston, South Carolina. It's in a historical building. And it's the first time that they're going to be there. The point I'm trying to get is that as much as I like and respect WWE, I personally can't afford those kind of tickets. And if I choose to go to another event that has just as good of wrestlers that are there, that are hardworking, that I would have a great time watching the event, have a great time there for a whole lot less money, I say do it. Go. Don't, just because you're a WWE, try the WWE NXT house shows. Their front row tickets are $27. And you never know who's going to be there. Okay? You can get general admission tickets there for $15. There's other promotions out there that you can love and enjoy just as much as WWE. And the problem is you won't have to pay $5,900 for one ticket. I mean, how can you afford to take your family? I mean, even in the nosebleed seats, you're going to pay at least $500 a ticket. That, for a family of four, that's $2,000. In this economy, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. And I would love to have your feedback. Yeah, this is me being real. I think that we really need support wrestlers in general and not necessarily who they're working for. If you have a favorite out there, support him and her. Go to their matches, whatever. But I think the time of WWE expecting us to pay thousands of dollars for wrestling tickets it's got to stop. I mean, at some point, they're not going to be able to fill the stadium unless they, wait until the end and start chopping the prices down. I don't know. Anyway, I would love your comments. I would love your opinions about this. Are you going to keep Peacock until the end of the year to watch the Saturday night's main event, the WWE library, and the NXT pay-per-views? Or are you just cutting it completely out? Are you cutting out maybe ESPN? Or are you going to cut out Netflix? I don't know. I'd love to hear your comments, though. I want you to have a great night. And always remember, I want to thank you for watching, subscribing, and until next time, bye for now.